Blessings and namaste, family. I'm so happy to see you back with me again here on the House of Class. And I just want to say as a disclaimer, it's true to you if you make it so. If it doesn't resonate, let it go. Maybe it's not for you, but there are a lot of messages coming out for you. I want to start by saying that the Divine Masculine has communicated a lot. I wanted to wait until this giant new moon in Pisces alignment of all the planets and the trining of 3 planets was over because the energy was very intense. And I wanted to be able to channel correctly for those of you who do watch my channel. Um, Much appreciated as always. And I have a message for the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine for you all today. So I was getting that the masculine was feeling very regretful and sad because he was struggling, kind of going through like a dark night of the soul part of his life. And so communication was cut off, and you had this page energy coming in, which is slow moving energy. Sometimes it's fast if you have the chariot or some kind of energies behind it pushing it forward at a faster speed, but ultimately the communication was slow and or non-existent. We have the King of Wands here, and it is a man standing in the desert under a palm surrounded by crystals, and he has crystals on his crown, and he has golden cups. So what's really standing out in this picture is this salamander right here. And the salamander indicates that you are dealing with a very magical person. Magic is present and working on your connection. And this is important because you have to believe in magic in order for it to happen. It's not one of those things that, like, oh, poof, it's going to manifest if I don't do anything about it, which sometimes is true and you need to be passive. However, in most cases, manifesting starts with you and your internal wishes and desires. So next we have Six of Swords for the feminine. Somewhere over the rainbow. And since this card keeps coming out so much, let's give it a look. We're looking for the Six of Swords here. Journeying forward, Six of Swords. Communication, rationality, intellect, responsibility, and dealing with suffering and conflict. So in all senses, the Divine Masculine, if you have him in your energy, which we all do to some extent, but if you're letting this masculine person in, then you were dealing with some kind of suffering, conflict, and responsibility. The Temperance card did come out for the Divine Masculines again. And this might not necessarily be drug dependencies or alcohol dependencies, but it might be some kind of other addiction, addicted to feelings, addicted to emotions, addicted to gaming, addicted to something else that is kind of drawing his attention away from his connection. Or so the summer solstice is an explosion of beauty, and here you see behind him he has an explosion of crystalline, divine, white energy behind him. And the traditional meaning of this card, the Six of Swords, is understanding the need to move forward. And these people are in a canoe. They're sailing past a waterfall with a rainbow behind it. The woman is touching the water. She's connected to the water. She's lifting her hand up to receive the water's energy. The child watches the journey with anticipation. The longest day of the year provides enough illumination both to see what needs to be done and have to do at the same time. Not only that, but the fruits of summer provide the resources we need to move on from undesirable situations to a better one. The weather is calm and the sun shines for hours, creating the perfect environment for creating the action that is needed. The journey might be long and may be hard sometimes, but right now it seems everything is coming together so that your beginning is as easy as possible. The very beauty of the day is like a blessing on your undertaking. Somewhere over the rainbow. Girl, this energy is coming in. Have safe travels on your journey. On the bottom, we have Melchizedek, higher learning. You are learned from experience, and the more inner study is required to further your progress. And this is from the Keepers of the Light Oracle cards by Lily Moses. The top card is Lady Portia, Divine Order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. In the middle of the deck, we have Kuan Yin, Care and Compassion. Choose to be love. Do what is right for everyone involved. Offer a helping hand. And I think that's really significant because here, the feminine character in this card, she is dipping her hand in the water. So I think that connecting with water again would be really important for you at this time. Maybe a salt bath, maybe taking a hot shower. And this is from the Psychic Tarot deck. Base chakra. So base chakra has a lot to do with desires and moving forward. And when your base chakra is blocked, it can cause a lot of issues. The color is red. The key facts are the element is earth. The gland is adrenal. So your adrenals are really important to your functioning and whether or not you're going to be able to think fast and move fast. So I would say that I have had adrenal fatigue from drinking too much coffee. Cappuccino. We're cappuccino today. And I've drank so much coffee that has actually caused me to have adrenal fatigue. So just watch your intake, drink lots of fluids, say some kind words to yourself, say some kind words to others. It always will make you feel so much better. The key word is I have. So when you're trying to manifest this connection, when you're trying to connect with yourself on the inside world as well as the outside world, get those chakras aligned so that no one can F with you, then that is really when the work begins. What am I doing? I'm using the Golden Universal Tarot deck. The Hanged Man fell on top of the masculine. So yes, we do have this kind of Hanged Man energy. Like I said, the masculine was kind of feeling down in the dumps, so to speak. He was having a hard time with his finances. He was having trouble in his love life. He was having trouble with himself. He was having trouble communicating with others. Maybe this masculine is having trouble communicating. Throat chakra stuff going on. And this hangman has on blue socks. He's hanging by his feet by blue socks. So I wonder if it's like a throat chakra blockage for this masculine. Sorry if my card shuffling is loud. My mic is right here. So we do have the Chariot, which is Cancer. And in this card, it's representing balance is needed in order to move forward, to engage in this big city that shines brightly before us. We also have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups. So see how this character is sitting here looking at the cups that spilled down? They're not looking at these two cups that are still standing. And this person is standing near a small city with a bridge. So it's like when you're going to cross that road, you're going to have to look for what is full and look for substance in your life. We also have the Eight of Wands, and this can indicate fighting. This can indicate an attack of some sort. I noticed there was a lot of Mars energy during our planetary alignment / new moon in Pisces. Happy birthday, Pisces. We are wishing you all the best. But really, oh, yeah. Let me grab this card and this card. Whew. Wow. So we do have this Page of Pentacles, this Knight of Pentacles. He came out on top of the masculine. So like I said, it's a slow journey, but look, he's holding this coin. He's holding this coin. He has something in his hand. He has prosperity. He does have an internal fire, but he's having trouble finding it without. Then we have the Four of Cups. This woman is being offered something. She has all these cups, but here Spirit is offering her this one cup. She looks sad. She's sitting down saying, "Look at these cups." And then she gets this special cup from Spirit. The Star card came out on top of that. And this can represent a lot of different things. Mainly that you are the star. You're the star of your own show. But also that there are going to be challenges as you move through your journey. You see, to pour into this pond here, this river, the star, who is usually depicted as masculine, but the star is female in this picture. The star has to take water out of the pond to water the grass. So you're taking things out, but you're also putting things in. And then we have the Three of Wands. Sensing a lot of superiority complexes in this. Let's see. Let's look in the good old book. Three of Wands. Birds flying north. Energies, passions, drivers, initiatives. The embolic, a world awakening. So the embolic has a lot to do with the moon. So a world is an awakening. It's an embolic transition. Observing and unfolding your own initiatives. Winter giving way to spring. In the morning, a man looks out at the sea and watches a flock of migrating birds moving north. An orange cat greets the day with a long stretch. With the coming of Embolic, the world is awakening up in the north, and the lands are beginning to thaw. Birds start their long migration, and other life begins to unfurl and stretch. The fire of life gathers in the energy it needs to burst forth from the hard shell seeds, through the heavy earth, in the long, hard journey from the womb of the outside world. Everything has stayed safe and warm, apparently static, while inside the great change occurs. The internal metamorphosis takes a lot of energy, and even more is needed for that final push into the new life. We can feel tension. The energy is quaking and quivering and gathering. Something wonderful is about to happen, but it cannot be rushed. A current starts slow and then grows larger and faster and builds momentum. Things take time from the beginning, from the moment they yield results. But the first, invisible step is perhaps the most important. So we're focusing on our connection with our masculine, and a lot of this has to do with waiting, with being silent, with starting that real transformation on the inside. I'm using the Rebecca Campbell and Daniel Noel Starseed deck. I didn't do a spread today. I just pulled cards because I was feeling like a spread would be too heavy. Like sometimes those readings get extremely tense and truthful, and I don't know that I'm ready to hear the truth. I just kind of go with the flow. May I have a card, please, Spirit? Activated Earth. Exactly. How beautiful that is. So, like, artsy. Power places, lay lines, trust where you are led. Absolutely. Key lines are invisible pathways on the land along which energy travels. They can be sensed when tuned into them with our subtle senses, known as spirit paths. They have been compared to the meridian system of the body used in Chinese medicine, and they are sacred link sites, stone circles, burial mounds, and places of worship worldwide. In Australian Aboriginal culture, song lines where the path travels by the Creator brings as they made the land and sea during dreaming. That's interesting. I don't even know what I just read, to be honest. These paths were recorded in the traditional songs and dances of the people, allowing them to access information about the land's history and travel safely across long distances. Wow. So they used the meridians in their bodies to feel the earth, to map places on the world before it was discovered. That is amazing. Know thyself, heal thyself. Amen. Many believe that as we visit such sacred points on earth, something is activated within us. Some also believe that by connecting with the land with devotion at these sacred places, something is activated within the planet too. Are you being called to travel to a sacred place that your soul remembers, or tend to the land that you live on? To honor, acknowledge, and known and unknown keepers of nature's spirits of that land? As you connect with the earth and honor its keepers, the land opens up to fully hold you, and fruits provide more nourishment, and guardians watch over you. Whisper the following: I honor and thank the keepers of the earth beneath me, known and unknown. Thank you for nourishment and tender holding. So, this is a great time to reflect on where your food comes from, where the flowers that the bees pollinated, that the beekeepers took, that the honey came out of. It's a time to sit on the grass, feel the earth, feel where you're from. It all started somewhere. Sorry about the noise. Sorry about that. Thought it was going to be a quiet recording. It all starts somewhere. It all starts somewhere. With that, I think I will leave you. And 2 more happy days ahead. I love you all. Blessings and namaste. Always aloha. And I hope to see you again.
Have a good one, guys.